Have you ever wondered about the challenges that ex-felons face when reintegrating into society? Imagine having paid your debt to society and then stepping out into the world only to find it's a place that's not quite ready to welcome you back. This is the stark reality for many ex-felons, a reality that's riddled with struggles, societal prejudices, and barriers that seem almost insurmountable. When a person serves their sentence, they're supposedly given a clean slate. But that's often far from the truth. The stigma attached to being an ex-felon can be a heavy burden to bear. It's like an invisible brand that marks them, shaping the way society sees them, and sadly, how they see themselves. Finding gainful employment can be a Herculean task for ex-felons. Many employers are reluctant to hire someone with a criminal record, no matter how qualified they might be. This is not just a hurdle to their financial stability, but also to their self-worth. After all, who are we without our work, without the ability to contribute to society in a meaningful way? And then there's the general lack of support systems. Support is crucial to reintegrating into society. But for many ex-felons, they're left to navigate the choppy waters of reintegration alone. Families may be estranged, friends might have moved on, and professional networks could be non-existent. The loneliness of this journey can be overwhelming. But it's not all doom and gloom. Despite these struggles, many ex-felons are finding ways to rise above and create a life for themselves that's not just about surviving, but thriving. They're leveraging their resilience, their grit, their tenacity to build new futures. But what if there was a way for them to rise above these challenges? What if there was a path that could lead them from ex-felon to entrepreneur? A path that could empower them to take control of their destinies and build a successful home business? Stick around as we delve into this exciting possibility in the next scene. Imagine a world where ex-felons are empowered to build their own successful businesses from the comfort of their homes. Welcome to that world, a world where every individual, regardless of their past, is given an opportunity to rewrite their narrative. We're talking about home businesses, a beacon of hope, a path to success for anyone willing to take the journey. Home businesses have revolutionized the way we work and live. They offer a level of flexibility that traditional jobs often can't match. You set your own hours, you decide when to work and when to relax. You're the boss of your own domain, the master of your own time. This flexibility can be a game changer, especially for those who have faced obstacles in traditional employment due to their past. But it's not just about flexibility. Home businesses provide a level of control that's empowering. You decide what you want to do, how you want to do it, and who you want to do it with. You're in the driver's seat, steering your own life and career in the direction you choose. You're not just a cog in the machine. You're the architect of your own destiny. And let's not forget the potential for financial independence. With a home business, your income isn't capped by a salary or hourly wage. Your earnings are directly related to your effort and creativity. The harder you work, the more you can potentially earn. This can provide a sense of financial security and freedom that's often hard to find elsewhere. But to bring this all back to our initial question, can ex-felons really achieve this? Can they overcome the stigma and the hurdles to build their own successful home businesses? You bet they can, and we've got some real-life stories to prove it. But can ex-felons really achieve this? Let's delve into some real-life stories. Meet Jose Mendez, an ex-felon who transformed his life through a successful home business. Jose's story is not one of overnight success. No, his journey was far from easy. It was a path paved with challenges, trials, and tribulations. From the moment he stepped out of prison, he was met with a society that seemed to have turned its back on him. Job interviews led to closed doors, and those closed doors led to frustration. But John refused to let his past dictate his future. He chose entrepreneurship as his way out, his way forward. But let's be clear, entrepreneurship is no cakewalk. It's a journey that demands resilience, tenacity, and an unwavering belief in oneself. Starting a home business was a leap of faith. It meant investing his savings, his time, and his energy into something that had no guaranteed outcome. But he was determined to make it work. He started small, selling handmade crafts from his living room. It was slow going at first, but he never lost sight of his goal. There were days when the challenges seemed insurmountable. Days when he questioned his choices, his abilities, his worth, but he never gave up. He pushed through the doubts, the fears, the uncertainty. He learned from his mistakes, sought advice when he needed it, and never stopped improving. And little by little, his business began to grow. Orders started to increase, he was able to hire help, and eventually he moved his operations from his living room to a small office space. Today, Jose Mendez is a successful entrepreneur, running a thriving home business that has not only provided him with financial stability but also a renewed sense of purpose and self-worth. His journey is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and unwavering faith in oneself. Jose Mendez is a testament that ex-felons can turn their lives around, but he is not the only one. Now, let's meet Kimberly Knapp, another ex-felon who broke the chains of her past through entrepreneurship. Kimberly's story is a testament to the power of resilience and determination. Like many others, Kimberly found herself in a precarious position after serving her time. She was released back into the world, but the world wasn't quite ready to welcome her back. Finding a job was a Herculean task. Potential employers were more interested in her past than her potential. They saw her as a risk, a liability, but Kimberly refused to be defined by her past mistakes. She knew she was more than her record. She had dreams, aspirations, and a burning desire to succeed. Undeterred, Kimberly decided to take matters into her own hands. She started researching, learning, absorbing every bit of information she could find about running a business from home. She turned her small apartment into a makeshift office, her kitchen table transformed into a workspace. It was here that her journey as an entrepreneur began. Kimberly faced numerous challenges on her path to success. There were days of self-doubt, days when she questioned her decision, days when she felt like giving up, but every time she stumbled, she picked herself up, dusted herself off, and moved forward with renewed determination. Today, Kimberly runs a successful home business. She's her own boss, setting her own hours, making her own decisions. She's turned her life around, creating a brighter future for herself. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. Kimberly's story isn't unique. There are countless others like her who have faced similar struggles and come out on the other side stronger and more determined. They've turned their lives around, not in spite of their past, but because of it. Their past has shaped them, molded them into the strong, resilient individuals they are today. Kimberly Knapp is another proof that with determination and the right opportunities, ex-felons can build successful lives. Their past doesn't have to define their future. With the right mindset, the right resources, and a whole lot of grit, they can create a new narrative for themselves, one of success, achievement, and redemption. These stories are not just exceptions, but a beacon of hope for many ex-felons out there. It's easy to get lost in the narrative of reintegration being a struggle, and forget that it can also be a journey of success. Today, we've heard real-life stories of individuals who have overcome their past and built something meaningful right from their own homes. They've turned their lives around, not just for themselves, but for their families, their communities, and for those who are still trying to find their way. We've seen that the path to success is not a straight line. It's fraught with challenges, but it's also filled with opportunities. And one of those opportunities is the potential of home businesses. Home businesses offer a unique level of flexibility, control, and potential that can be a game changer for ex-felons. Why? Because home businesses allow for self-employment and self-empowerment. They provide a platform to utilize skills, talents, and passions in a productive manner. They foster a sense of ownership and accountability that can be transformative. And importantly, they provide an avenue for income and stability that is crucial for successful reintegration. But it's not just about the economic benefits, it's also about the psychological and social impacts. Being able to contribute positively to society, to create value, to be independent. These are all critical components of rebuilding self-esteem and self-worth. And when an individual feels valued and worthwhile, they're less likely to revert to old habits and more likely to continue on their path towards success. So, let's not underestimate the power of home businesses as a means of successful reintegration for ex-felons. Let's recognize their potential and support these endeavors. Help spread this message. Share this video with others who might benefit from these stories. Together, we can make a difference. Your involvement can help change the narrative and encourage more success stories. After all, every story of transformation is a step towards a more inclusive and understanding society.